Okay, great. So, this is my, I would say, third stream. Yeah, this is my third stream, and today I wanted to explore how to set up some Svelte text editors because throughout like my experience of using Svelte, it was pretty a long path of figuring out like which editor fits the best. By the editor, I don't mean like VS Code or Z editor, not or Sublime. No, no, no. It's the editors that can be used in your Svelte application for some text. So let me show a quick example inside my browser. For example, this is a editor called Novo, and it's based on a React Novo. Yeah, and this editor is like you import it as a package and then you kind of tweak it around and then play around. So yeah, you can see that it has this nice floating bar with text color and then code links and everything. But also there are other editors like editor.js, which I'll quickly show you. Which is also a block-based editor, which has like this clean JSON output. And then it's really like expandable and everything. You can put your own blocks. You can create your own blocks, which is pretty easy. They got this nice documentation on how to do that. But the thing is, most of the documentation, for example, for editor.js, it's written for either like HTML or like this class-based syntax, like which is also JS. But and Novo Svelte, it has like I didn't really figure out how to expand it by myself, because it doesn't have like a very straightforward path to like figure out how to expand it, but not for editor.js, which has, and I kind of figured out how to use it with Svelte. But I have also tried using tiptap before, which is like the backbone of Novo, which is also pretty cool, and you have this heading and everything. But I didn't really continue on using it because it had this pricing page, which kind of scared me away, and I thought that I would have to pay for it at some point, which I didn't try, and I will try out in this live stream. And at the end of the live stream, I'll be posting like an article on my website, which currently uses editor.js as its main editor. And maybe at the end of the stream, I will have enough reasons to switch to tiptap or Novo, or maybe stay using editor.js. But anyway, I'll be kind of philosophizing. What's the word for it? I don't know. But maybe I'll just like figure out which one fits best for me. And in last live stream, I've set up, I see my volume kind of cranking up. 1 second. In last live stream, I have set up my Z editor, which connects to Ubuntu. And yeah, so like the first thing I'll probably do here is download Bun, because it's a clean system. I usually don't code in it, but let's go and quickly download button. So since I'm using Z, I would be copying this command. Although I can use Windows, but I'll continue on using WSL for a while. Okay, let's get back to the Z editor. Here I'll pass in the command and we'll see. Okay, unzip is required to install bun. So I guess the debugging process has started. Sudo apt install unzip, pretty cool. Well, this is the thing with AI and with artificial intelligence in general. It solves problems so quick, so there is really no critical thinking there. It's like you don't need critical thinking anymore. But okay, reading package lists. Everything is done, I guess. So we'll run the command again, and it will install bun. Okay, I didn't use a package manager to install bun, which kind of doesn't feel very good, but maybe I should use brew, you know? I should just uninstall it and use brew again, which will kind of simplify further updates. Yeah, sure. Okay, let's go and uninstall bun and install it again. Okay, cool. So I have uninstalled bun, and I'll do it again with brew, but I have to first get brew. Yeah, it's pretty good. So after we install brew, let's see what we have here. This is a lot of text, yeah, but Okay, it's taking a while. Nice. So let's go back to this. Weird, huh? Okay. Okay. Let's see. Um, this is not good. Let's try getting bun again. Okay, now it works. Next we have brew install bun. test it. Oops. Okay, nice. So we have bun now, and maybe we can start creating this Svelte repository for testing out all the text editors. I think it's gonna be pretty cool. Let's build a project with also maybe I should like edit a short for this, which will be pretty cool also. I'll try my best. Okay. What's the theme for the short gonna be? Maybe just like this. It's okay. Have you ever tried to build a blog or something using Svelte? Maybe you will have to explore text editors, which I did for you. Okay. If you ever tried to build something with Svelte, sooner or later you'll have to come across Svelte WYSIWYG text editors. And here in this project, I'll be exploring how to or which editor fits for your task the most. Something like that. WYSIWYG. Does it spell correct? WYSIWYG. Was there a time when you were building something with Svelte and then you have to write a small text area or a text editor or even a blog text editor in which you would be able to post pictures, add links, embeds, different text styles, code, and even building your own blocks? This short is for you. Let me quickly Okay, pretty cool. So I have started it. Let's go with a ShadCN Svelte setup. I guess we will first set up a editor.js, and then a tiptap, and then at last we'll go explore Novo. Maybe at the end we'll just push in a RTF text editor, but rich text editor, but that's for later. Like, I'm not sure if I am like feeling for that, but we'll see. So let's create a project. It's going to be called Svelte text editors. Pretty cool. Okay. Let's do a minimal. Yep, TypeScript, typography, forms. Sure, let's do button. Why not? Nice. Okay, so we have this demo app. Pretty cool. Let me add a small piece to the short. Anyway, let's first, what are we going to do first? Let's browse what we have here. Oh right, we didn't install any extensions, so where do I even get the extensions? I forgot. Okay, it's here. Oops. Let's do Svelte, and then maybe some icons. And I want to turn off the root thing, but should I turn off the root and go into the folder? Yeah, I think so. Let's just open a open folder. like this. I have to quickly go to the settings and turn off the root, hide root. Okay, cool. Now it looks better. So yeah, okay. First thing that we are going to install is editor.js. How do we do that? If I'm not mistaken, there are many plugins that we all have to also install. So, let's first just install editor.js and see what we can do. So the first thing that I did was install editor.js with this command, and we'll see what we can do. Maybe I'll just create some pages. I think I would be using some buttons and everything. Alright, I have to run init real quick. So we have a button here. Let's maybe also get a card. Okay, now we have at least two components. And okay, so since currently my website is using editor.js, I would just copy like the code from what I have, and maybe we can move a little bit faster in it. So if I'm not mistaken, this will not work in any case because we don't have a database connected, and I would be like not really exploring databases in this one. Maybe in next one or in the future, because it's like more complicated and everything. But yeah, I'll comment like the attaches section, and yeah, I have attaches in this one, but not I have images and something else in the other one. Anyway, let's check what the script for installing all these plugins is, and then after that we would be like kind of rolling and everything. Oh yeah, by the way, for the short, maybe I should just go through the short. So the first thing that I did for this project was to set up it with bun and shadcn, which you can find on the official website by pasting this command in your terminal. By the way, you have to get bun, and then running shadcn latest initialize. After that, I have to get the plugins. So the first one that I have explored was editor.js. This is a very clean and very So the first one that I have explored was editor.js, which is a very clean and powerful editor. Okay, one more time. So the first one that I have explored was editor.js, which is a very clean and powerful editor for text, pictures, tables, and even embeds, which I found pretty useful. So we have to find a way to install all the plugins by using add, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so for the short, you can find how to install it on the official website. Okay, one more time. You can find how to install it on the official website, and also they have this awesome plugin list which contains all the extra features which you can add depending on your needs. Okay. Let's first close down the Novo and tiptap for now because they aren't really coming really soon. Let's see. Okay, the first one on the list is header. Let me also double check in the browser that header is installed using add command. Yep, it is. Okay, so with these add signed, okay, I didn't paste it really. I don't know if I can add the drag and drop. Let's find color picker. Yep, it's the same. Let's do a small styling here. believe it has to take in some props. Oh, it started working though. Let me change it to my screen. Okay, so we have quickly set up this editor, which is like very fast. Let me do this for the short. So after installing the editor.js and its corresponding plugins, is it corresponding? So after installing editor.js and its plugins, the code looks something like this. I did not add the attaches because it uses database, but if you're interested, comment down below. I'll make a video about how to upload files. Attaches, yeah. One more time. So after running bun add all these plugins and installing them, I have added using the onMount syntax, added them to the editor.js, and the code looks something like this. And when we run it in the browser, the editor is kind of like this. It looks like this on the small screens, and it has a different style on the wider screens. Let me quickly check the short that I have recorded. So as you can see, it's a pretty cool editor which has like these warning messages and quotes and even links. If I'm not mistaken, I have to add some styles to the editor. Maybe I'll just do it right now. I remember it's in another repository. It's in this repository. So there was some issue with this heading plugin in Svelte, maybe because I was using Tailwind and ShadCN, but by adding like these type of styles to your layout CSS, I was able to fix the heading, and probably if in the future like some CSS is not really working, I will be able to just go into the okay, let's redo it because so for the first look, I have encountered an issue where the heading wasn't really showing, although it's set to heading. To fix this, I have had to add the styles for heading separately, but inside the layout, not the component itself, like not this component. So the heading started to work. Let's do it a bit shorter, because why not? So I have encountered a bit of styling issues with this because I was using Tailwind and ShadCN, but to fix this, I found out that all I had to do was to add the styles by myself into the root layout CSS style sheet, and it started working immediately. Like as you can see, I guess in the future, if I'm really free to redesign this editor in the root layout file. Let's do it again. This doesn't cut it. Like, let's do it really precise, really tight, and really fast. Like to the point. Okay. So the first thing that I've noticed is when using Svelte, Tailwind, and ShadCN is some of the styles in the editor did not work. For example, this heading. I had to add the heading style by myself into the root layout, so it started to work. But I guess that's the way it is. Okay, this is looking pretty good. Okay. If I'm not mistaken, nope, these are some other styles. So, never mind. let's just do a quick or actually I should just leave it like this, right? Yeah, I think so. Let's do tiptap next. But for tiptap, I was wondering if it's possible to just do a convex tiptap setup. Let's check how good is the documentation and will it convince me to just use this. Add a collaborative editor that syncs to the cloud with this component. Users can edit same document in multiple tabs or devices, and the changes will be synced to the cloud. The data lives in your Convex database and can be stored alongside the rest of your app's data. Just configure your editor features, add this component to your Convex backend, and use the provided React hook. Read the stack post for more details. Shit. Oh, sorry for swearing, but like I cannot really use the React hook. For the editor, you can choose to use tiptap or blocknote. Go to blocknote unless you want to customize the editor heavily. This doesn't look really easy, but it's okay. Blocknote is based on tiptap and has a nicer UI and experience out of the box at the cost of being harder to extend and customize for advanced use cases. If you're looking for the easiest way to get all the fancy formatting options, this is it. Unfortunately, even though they both are based on ProseMirror, the data model differs, so it's not trivial to switch editors later on without migrating all of the data. So you might experiment with both launching publicly. Before launching. Okay. Prerequisite convex. Install the component package, create a convex config file for server, define app from convex server, import ProseMirror and convex. So config, okay, constant app define app use, export default app usage. To use the component, you expose the API and a file in your convex folder and use the editor specific React hook passing in reference to the API defined. For this example, we'll create the API in convex examples. In your React component, you can use the editor specific hook to fetch the documents and keep it in sync via tiptap extension. Note, this requires a convex provider to be in the component tree. In your React component, you can use tiptap sync hook to fetch the initial document and keep in sync with tiptap extensions. Note that this requires a convex provider to be in the component tree. Okay, I guess this did not really pursue me to install it through the convex documentation, so this is not good. Tiptap Svelte, let's go. This docs is pretty good. What do you mean by legacy syntax? Not using the runes, huh? This doesn't use the runes too, though. I see. It uses state. And here it has probably some dollar signs. Okay, cool. When we run bun install all the dependencies. Cool. So next I tested out tiptap editor. So next I have tested out tiptap editor, which had a pretty cool installation documentation. So next I have tested out tiptap editor, which had a pretty cool install documentation. And was really easy to install. I just pasted the command in the terminal and went to install it. So next I just copied all the code from the official docs. Yeah, that's programming. I probably should joke about vibe coding here. So next I have just copied all the code from the official docs. It's even easier than vibe coding, isn't it? which looks like this. Let me. So it says there are some errors here. Let's see what they show, huh? Let's add the Svelte and type tiptap. Tiptap, tiptap. It's probably not taking in any props. Editor is not assignable to type no. This is not very beautiful. I really don't like the idea of having no type in here. What should I do? Just a little baby. What if the lights go out and baby? I don't care. Add it to your own app. Okay, where is my own app? So let's see. Okay. So I found that out of the box, TipTap has no styles whatsoever, which is pretty. Okay, so you have to add styles. I really want like a full-blown tiptap, like a setup. Maybe I should just 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 search for it. This is pretty good. Where do I add the plugins? Let's go with configure your editor first. This repo is pretty cool. Let's see. This branch is up to date. Okay. Shadcn user install Shadcn in your Svelte. The editor uses Tailwind typography plugin, which is not included. You need to manually install it. So is it Tailwind 2? I see. I see. I remember there is a newer version of Tailwind which does not use the typography. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's see for package JSON first. So it still uses version 2. How about Tailwind? What version of Tailwind is it using? Version 3, right? And the newest version is 4. Yeah, it's 4. It doesn't use 3, huh? It doesn't use 4. Let me quickly browse through what is Svelte renderer? This looks complicated though. Like, is it necessary? I guess. Okay. So we have a renderer and this is pretty nice. Let's just bombaclot the full editor. This looks crazy though. Not gonna lie, this is just crazy. I bet the project doesn't even use Svelte 5. I forgot to check. Okay, suppose it didn't say that. But let's see. Okay, thanks for the author. I guess I'll make a new folder for tiptap. should I be adding? Maybe I should just remove this. Or probably not. Not for now, okay. Let's do something crazy. How do I do bun lucid svelte? Let's continue exploring the chat editor. Okay, it has some default content. Well, it's okay. Mm. Okay, cool. Now we have to get all these extensions. Oh, shit. Let's try to install all these extensions in one run. But do I need Svelte tiptap and Svelte node view render? 1 second. I'm pretty concerned about this. Let's search. I guess I'll still have to be using version 2 of tiptap to use all the extensions, but let's try to like force it to use version 3 at first. So it still has the from tiptap core though. It still uses this. Yep, it still has like pretty similar syntax to new editor, like this on mount syntax. which I think it's the correct version of it. And the but then how does the node view renderer work? 1 second. Code block low light configure. Extend add node view return Svelte node view render code extended. Custom code extended Svelte. I hate it. Read this. Lucid Svelte is only for Svelte 5. For Svelte 4, use the Lucid Svelte package. And then this project here uses Svelte 5, but it uses the Svelte 4 package for the icons. Crazy, huh? What's the so I have to change it to Let's try to fix the issues one by one then. First of all, it has some components, chassis and components. Okay. We need these extensions, so let's just add them first. Like tiptap has so many extensions, and I just copy them all and install them all. Maybe tiptap doesn't fit like projects which want smaller bundle size, I guess, but we'll see at the end. Okay, I highly suspect that some of the extensions don't support bun. Mm. think I have figured out the CSS problem, and then now I have to install tooltip from Shadcn, and it will be, I guess, easier later. Okay, nice. Let's do it this way. Let's do it from the beginning then. 122 errors. Is this the... Okay, let's do... we have this one. This one cannot find a lot of dependencies because they don't have TypeScript in it, but yeah. Okay, so also we have to install input. We are just bombardizing our project with Shadcn. Bombaclad. Bombaclad. Does this have a list of all the Shadcn? Oh, nice. One second. Yeah, I remember I have type .x, and then okay, cool. Yeah. Okay, so the terminal says that it failed to run dependency scan, skipping dependency pre-building. The following dependencies are imported but could not be resolved. Let's see, tiptap suggestions. Okay. What is this? Yeah, okay. Svelte awesome color picker. Pretty nice. Yeah, it looks awesome. Let's go and install it then. Also, we have to add the mode watcher. Let's see, where is it? Where the fuck is this textile extension? Sorry for swearing. Okay, so do I have it installed? It's the question. Yep, I do. But for some reason it does not provide a default export. Why is that? Just run bun install again. Bun update. Nothing changed, huh? This is weird. Oh, it's pretty hard to live stream for 2 hours and keep talking though. Maybe if somebody joins, then I'll talk a bit, but if nobody is watching, I would probably just not talk at all, which is pretty stupid, but I guess this is how it is. Currently, I'm just adding packages. What is tiptap.js? Well, I think it's pretty complicated when a when a library asks you to download so many tools and extensions and everything. I think it's not very user friendly. In which file it is? Oh, it's in one dark. Okay. Makes sense. So one more problem that I have encountered when setting up the editor CSS styles was to reference Tailwind version 4, which is in like layout, and all these single filed like extensions CSS. Yeah. Well, it doesn't have a default. Then what does it have? Extension table, source. It doesn't have a. Maybe I should just wrap it in curly braces. Let's just browse the docs. I'm not having a very fun time figuring it out, what is going on here. Man, it's just like these looks good to me. Let's go to the browser and see what we have. Oh, nice! It finally started working. Cool. Okay, so I'll show you my desktop. I have been streaming for like 2 hours, and 1 hour of it was like figuring out how to set up tiptap with Svelte. It's cool, but just installing the dependencies took me too long. But the best part I think about it is that it has like so many extensions here, like headings and fonts and code, subscript, and then add audio. Like, I'm kind of curious, how does it work? It's a URL or a picket file. Okay, so I probably have to run a, like, it's pretty cool because if I want to add audio, video, or an attachment, it's like it lets me pick instead of like an attachment which doesn't let me pick. And also I have these export functions. Like this editor, from the first look of it, with like maximum amount of extensions that I could find, it looks pretty cool. It has like fonts as well, bold, italic, underline, etc., etc. But what I found pretty interesting is this formulas. It's like, because not all extensions have them. And also what I found pretty interesting is that like images, video, and audio, they have like separate upload buttons for them. And what I like even more is that images, video, and audio, they're like separated instead of pushed into one attachment upload, which sometimes is good, but in this case it's better to have them separated. Also, like this search and replace text, this is just nasty. And also this like export, this is just pretty cool, I guess. One more thing that I would like is to embed videos and links for like chess.com or like Lichess or like YouTube, which would be pretty cool. Let's just search for tiptap embed YouTube. So it has a YouTube extension. I don't like this approach, because if there was a like if there was a On one hand, I like this approach because it doesn't break the system. On one hand, I like this approach because it's usable, like it works. But on the other hand, it will be better to have a united embed feature for like links, and then inside that feature there's like regex to separate, like if it's a YouTube video, if it's a chessboard, if it's something like Twitch or CodePen. Like it's like, I don't know which one is better, but if it works, then it works. Maybe I should explore a little bit more. Let's just go. Okay, so we have an iframe into your experiment. Currently not sprint. Okay, after some browsing, I have found this iframe extension, which you press and then press the URL, and then it has like a video in it. Okay, so after some browsing and like searching, I have found this extension which says integrate an iframe into your editor, but it's experimental, it's not really maintained. So how it works is like you paste a YouTube URL, and then it shows a YouTube video, but again, it's only limited to the YouTube, not to all like iframe, like, how do I say, websites. Yeah. Because like comparing it to a editor.js style approach, it's like you paste a let me add a script like which extends the embed functionality in my editor.js. So here I will quickly show you how to extend your embed feature in editor.js, which is like pretty useful as I found, because I just like to paste random links into my editor. Like for example, this is code for Lichess study. Let me re-record this. So to demonstrate what I mean, in editor.js you have this embed tool, and you can extend it by just pasting in configurations. For example, I have this Lichess study, which takes in like a Lichess link, and then you're able to paste in the link and start, like you can see the iframe directly. So to do that, you just go to your editor.js, find embed, and just extend it with the configurations that you have. So like to do that, you just go to your embed and then just extend it with your configurations. So to do that, you just copy your embed configurations and apply them to your this embed component. For example, here I have this Lichess study, which takes in a study link, and if we go to the browser and we copy this study link and we paste it, we are able to get this nice looking board, even with comments, if I recall, and you can see like how easy it is to extend things like this. Okay, cool. I want to kind of wrap this up now and maybe edit the short. Okay, so also out of the box, tiptap supports like local storage. But in editor.js, you have to write your own writable. Or am I wrong? Is it really correct. Yeah, there's this piece of code. There's this piece of code that stores content locally, so it's not out of the box. But still, like, I guess to wrap this up, Um, I should how do I wrap this up? I think I should write a setup guide. Should I? Or I think no, I think I don't have to write a setup guide. I think I'll just link the repository. Yeah, this repo. And I guess people will figure out. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is a little bit better. Okay. So wrapping this up, I think feature-wise, tiptap has more extensions. So I think feature-wise, TipTap has more extensions, like just by browsing them. But editor.js is like more lightweight, and to me, it was much easier to set up and easier to work with. But still, there are several drawbacks in editor.js which will, I guess, stop you from using it. Yeah, I think to wrap this up, I'll say that TipTap has more features, it's much more extendable, and it's like more well-rounded in terms of styles and its extension styles, while editor.js has a much more simpler installation path, and it's just easier to work with, but it's not so extendable. It's just way simpler to use it, and but it has its some small drawbacks. For example, when using it on Feavel.com, I would say like the biggest drawback in editor.js, it's like its support for multi-user collaboration, and for like the way it renders content, because like for example in my this application I'm using editor.js, but every time I click like control save using my keyboard, it has to reload the whole editor to like render the content. Let me rephrase myself. So I think the biggest drawback of editor.js is that its way of rendering stuff doesn't really wasn't really designed for multi-user collaboration. So when you have like, for example, I have this text, I mark it bold, I hit control save, it's saved. It has to refresh the whole editor.js and push it with content that I have saved, if like we're doing multi-user collaboration. While in TipTap, there's like support for YJS and also like convex real-time savings, so it will be like easier to set up a multi-user collaboration thing in TipTap. But again, if you are planning to set up like a single admin website where you are the only one that is editing the text and you're not planning to add collaboration, like this, I would not call it bug, it's like a feature, is totally fixable and it won't flicker because you just don't have to push the fresh content to the browser every time it is saved. Should I explore rich text editor? I don't think so. I think it's enough content for now. Maybe I should just push it to GitHub and end the stream. Yeah, I guess so. Then let's do it. I don't want to be doing it live because I haven't logged into GitHub yet, and maybe I'll have to type in some passwords later. But let's just initialize repository stage all. Let's just do a watch for on YouTube. Ah. I'll do it later. It's not it's irrelevant. So okay. It was a nice stream, and I don't think anybody is going to watch it. Yeah. Okay, it was nice. Then I'll say bye bye.